Well, July the 1st, we're over here to young man Zach Brown. Hello, Zach. He had acquired some machinist tools, and you know, old Bear and Mr. Lyle Peterson, Tubal Kane, and us old guys, we cannot resist, and Randy Richards and Dean over at the Arcade, and it goes on and on. This young man is offered to sell some of the things that I am, not having in my toolbox. And let's take a kind of a look here. And some of you creators that are overseas that might see something here, not now, but yeah, this young man has a fine collection of Starrett and Brown and Sharp and a lot of things I've got, but it's nice to meet you, Zach.
Nice to meet you.
Yeah.
Glad to be on y'all's channel.
You betcha. And he's going to follow us, and then he's going to come over to my place, hopefully take a tour after the 4th.
Yeah, that's
after
good.
the 4th.
Come by next weekend or something.
And I'll buy you a hamburger at the best place there in Boyd.
Great.
Yeah. But trying to tell him I've got a drill tree everybody knows on my channel that would, and it won't take up a lot of room in here. Well, Zach, I appreciate you.
Yes, sir.
And we're going to get all this out of your hair, and we're going to enjoy it, and it's going to help teach my grandson.
Yes, sir. Hope it goes to good use.
You
Enjoy.
bet. Y'all have a safe 4th, everyone.
Yes, sir.
Bears Rod Shop. We're out. We're going to do a little handheld this afternoon. We got back from Burleson all right from the buying all this machinist tools and all kinds of things that I didn't even see on the Facebook Marketplace ad. And sure thanks again, thanks to Zach Brown. He was awesome. One of the best buyers I've ever bought off of Facebook. Gives me some faith. Let's go over this handheld real quick. I'm gonna have about a week, maybe 2, could be longer, sorting through all this past machinist that passed away. Mr. Timothy Elkins that apparently worked with Bell Helicopter, Textron. And the main reason I went was for this coaxial indicator. It's a Blake, it's complete, and it was nice, and it drawed me to it. Give him a call early yesterday and set it up a time to meet this morning, and we met on time, and he had all this on tables, and we'll get down to the big toolbox here in a little bit. This is just part of it over here, so I don't forget. Miscellaneous box. I run out of tables today. Got all kinds of cutters, end mill in here. Just it's going to be a long sorting period. Let's start out here. We'll shut the lid on this coaxial. I'm gonna move it up here on the top. Go over here to this Starrett. Now I have a 618A, and here we got this 618. That's probably an A as well. Complete set. I mean, just pristine. And there's the box for it. We're gonna set it out of the way so I have some room here. Very super nice set. I've got the, excuse my finger in the camera, I've got the Chinese knockoff ones for the collet holders and the blocks, high stainless steel, and just a super nice set. High quality. We'll move this out of the way. Starrett box goes up here where it belongs. All kinds of cutters. Here we've got a Starrett 1-2 digital. That makes sure it's a Starrett. No, let's see. No, maybe it's in a Starrett box. That's not a Starrett, I don't believe. I'll find out later. And here we have a best test, little small tense, tiny dial indicator with the Allen wrench. Very nice. There's it says Brown and Sharp in the box. So best test. Everybody always needs a 1-2, and got another bicarb. I got 3 or 4 of these. I got Starrett, Brown and Sharps, and that's a Mitchell toy. very nice buy on that. And here's another gauge, depth gauge in the box. And that's a, you know what, I think that's a Mitsui. Here is the Brown and Sharp right here. No, Lufkin Rule Company. Let's just say I've got a lot of research to do. Complete set here, depth gauge, close that up. Trying to make some room here. There's a Chinese set of angle blocks right there. Nothing wrong with them. I've gone to some. That's the only China stuff I found in any of it. Here we got a really nice LS Sterritt, level with the plumb center. Just Jim dandy. Do I need one? No, but I got one now. Here's a nice box of parallels. No rust. Let me, let's move these nice set of vice gauge blocks over here out of the way. Still in the causaline. And that parallels can go out of the way. Running out of room. These are Brown and Sharp. The radius gauges, complete set. Just lovely to have these things. Just spectacular. Here's a set of Sterritts. I've got the China knockoffs. I'll be donating them to one of my creators out there that one of these days they'll show up in their mailbox and be from Bear's Rod Shop, and hope they appreciate them. You know, if they're starting out like I did and like I still am. Boy, them are some nice fine ground vice clamps, you know, just super. Okay, here we have a last word. I think that's the last word. Yeah. Anyhow, a little Sterritt. Can't never have too much Sterritt. We'll set that over there. Brown and Sharp. Man, I tell you what, this guy bought quality. And even the box has still got a nice varnish finish to it and no rust. But that'll really come in handy. And then I've also got the the millimeter ones. Here we got a Brown and Sharp depth gauge, missing 3. But I'm not gonna give up, because I bet they're somewhere on their stable. You know, machinists get a little bit older, and they forget things or something happened. Brown and Sharp. Miscellaneous. They ain't miscellaneous, but collets, real fine. And I'll have to mic them stuff. I think those are what, M20s. I've got more in the toolbox over there, and more parallels, real fine thin ones. And you know, I didn't open this box up. Another one. LS Sterritt. Boy, what a man. Now, I should have opened that box earlier. I'd still been in there grinning. But we're gonna get to some more. We're gonna get to some more of these. I'll put this back right here. We'll come back to it. We got a home for that one. And we can put the lid on this one. And here it says we got a Mitsui box. But this is not a Mitsui. Well, by golly, it is. Okay, so now we've got a micrometer. We can get down into the gears and mic them. So never had one, but now I do. Yeah, it is Mitsui, but I didn't know they made them in a yellow box. Stand me corrected. Put your comments down below, but it says Mitsui all over it. We got a Lufkin. I think this is yeah, here's some things missing out of this one. Depth gauge. It's going to show up, I'm sure. This is lid to this, and I've got a bunch of precision ground gauge pins and squares here. We'll slide that back on later. These I have not a clue, so I got to get on and Google all this, what these lifting lugs are for. If they're not, or they're dogs. Maybe one of you machinists know exactly what these are for, because there's, I think this goes into a T-slot, because I got T-nuts over in that big toolbox. Okay, more of them collets, just in a lot of Kennametal in here. It's kind of mixed, so I've got a lot of sorting on it. Keyways for all those, we're gonna get to them Jacobs chucks here in just a minute. Y'all bear with me here. Something in here is rattling. We'll open it up later. And, but there's a Morse Taper 4 that I can put the Morse Taper 2 in for my chucks. So when we get to them chucks, it'll make more understanding, because I got a bunch of Jacobs. And then we're getting down here to just the tiny, oh man, I tell you, when I saw Joe Pye and he told me, he says, quit breaking them number 50 drill bits, get you another chuck and chuck into another one or into a collet. Thank you, Mr. Joe. Pretty soon, this is the smallest one I've got now in this shop. Gonna be really nice. Missing, like I say, one here. We're just now getting to them, Elkins squares. Hopefully I'll find that one here somewhere in this shop. Got the lid on that and put it over here. More collets. Now we're getting up to some bigger collets. A nice little speed handle. I would say that's some kind of speed handle. Yeah, look at there. We even got that for the chucks, so I can tighten them on there. Boy, I do, like I say, I have got a lot of sorting. I keep running into chuck key after chuck key after chuck key. What we got under here? I think those are those Kiko ends. Yeah, don't make the video too long. So we got some more angle blocks here. Angle blocks over here. Machinist vise that I do not own, I do now. And then I've got the clamps to go with it. And again, here is the larger, one of the bottom plunger. That's got to be, edge finder don't belong over there. There is an edge finder in here. I've already opened it up, but I'm not gonna do it right now. And a sign bar. Yeah, a 5-inch sign bar. Always wanted one. Now we got one. Got a Noga, nice Noga here. Got the magnetic base and all the stems. And love these ways these chuck keys are on wooden handles. Just, that is super, super, super. And let's walk on down the line. Got some more. I went blank. It's hotter than a firecracker in here. Yeah, we're getting a little rain, but it's hot in here. Just a miscellaneous bunch of end mills and countersinks. Man, I went blank. Let's see what all here we got. Got some whetstones. Hope that I don't get messed up. Lay that right there. Stay there. And then I got 3 24-inch 3/8 parallels. They were in the toolbox. I just drug them out about an hour ago. Was real shocked to find them. And Kennametal and Jacobs end mills out the kazoo. All kinds of angle blocks here, parallels. That goes with that Noga. Apparently, I'll see if that don't fit my mill. I'm sure it will. And nice little fly cutter. Yeah, 35.0. This little sucker right here has a super sharp end for boring, like right inside, and cutting maybe a seal in. So don't have one of them, but do now. And some really tiny center drills. I've got a few, but this probably may be the smallest center drills I've got. So those are nice. Put this other Whetstone over here on top of that one. All right, here's a item I pulled out of the toolbox that has, it's some kind of a roller bearing, but it looks like it's to do something with machining. You know, maybe it went on a CNC and this guy doesn't have anything related. Okay, I see that's on a rubber band now. I'll figure this out. I'm gonna leave that alone for today. But maybe one of you veterans out there can tell me what the heck I just picked up and put in. And then there's some stuff for some big old cutters. Yeah, that was out of the toolbox, .002 feeler gauge. And here is that tiny dadgum Jacobs. Man, I mean, this thing is going down like 0 to 0.18. That is tiny. All right, let's move on, because everybody's seen all these end mills and stuff before, or somebody else's shop. This would have been a super collection. Another clamp. It's hard to tell what I'm gonna find in here. Out to the Bar Z Bash. I think people would hoard it around this table, but Bear don't have anything for sale right yet. And yeah, it would have been, I'd have had to take a pickup for sure, because that poor Cadillac was squatted trying to get here. I always need a lifting eye for my 3 and 4 jaw chuck, and I've got one now. I've got the one that screwed in that I had made, but I like that one. All right, let's get these chucks out of the way a minute. Again, handheld Jacobs, nice keyless chuck. Got a little bit of cleaning to do, not much. Another Jacobs. That was a half, and this is also a half. All Morse taper 4. Of course, my big old LeBlanc's got tailstop Morse taper 4. And here I've got one that had, let's see, is it a half? Got a shadow in here. Oh, that's removable. Okay. And then I've got the spanner wrench up there on the table. You saw it earlier. Nice chucks there. And we'll get back to them. This one is this is not a Jacobs. Yes, it is. Ha! Another Jacobs. Boys, guys sure bought good quality stuff. And another Jacobs. Got the nice handle on it here. This is gonna come in handy. And here is another tiny one right here. And got a way to put an adapter on it. And this one definitely is gonna come in handy right here, because I can put this over there with my other ones, but I'll make a different arbor for this one. And that one in that box. There's all the keys. All right, let's open drawer number 1. All right, got end mills and got some inserts in here. Again, a lot of sorting is gonna have to happen. Let's go across to door number 2. And this little baby right here, that sucker is sharp as all get out, but you got a center point and then 3 cutting edges right here. All depend on you guys to look at this. Drop me a comment. Do any of you own one of these, and what would be its great and best purpose? 9/16 says it's a AQE. Have no clue. I'm depending on you guys, the ones that follow me and put up with me, to kind of get an eye on these. I'm spending so much time here on this one part. And the Sheffield Dayton Company, having a clue where that thing goes. Another end mill here, 1/2 inch. Oh, that'd be door number 4. And more end mills, and got some really tiny taps in here, real tiny. And got a double-ended end mill here. Looks like been out to re-sharpen. Oh, some real fine. Man, we're getting down in probably millimeters right in there on those. Actually, they look like they're ease outs. Okay, let's shut that. Whoop. Let's don't break nothing. Let's go down here to the big drawer. Kind of a miscellaneous mix match here. Every machinist has got one that's got high-speed steel here and high-speed steel there, and you know, different tools, cutters. Well, shoot, there's a brand new 2-flute sitting in there. I'll put that back in the box in a little bit. All right, let's drop down here to the big drawer, and got a big assortment here. Some drill bits, some cutters, and centers, big centers. We got plenty of big centers. Now I got big and little, and some resharpened end mills. All right, last thing on the top here, I've always needed these Keyco clamp mechanisms. Man, I tell you what, that is the cat's meow. Well, was the cat's meow. When you need one, I mean, I got 4, and that's 4 more than I had when I started doing this venture to buy all this stuff. So y'all give me some comments down below. Let's see if Bear made a nice new friend, and also you know, a good find. I mean, I'm ecstatic. I probably won't sleep very well tonight or tomorrow, either one, until I get started and get all this stuff put away. But I ran out of tables for sure. And I give also that young man, he needed a drill. He didn't need one, but part of my trade was I'm going to give him this Delta Rockwall. This is late 60s in just mint shape. I picked this up at another estate sale a year or so ago, and I didn't really need, I got 2 of them, but he's going to enjoy this radial drill. And one last look, got my hands cut out for me, so we'll get this out, and give us your comments below. Everybody have a great 4th of July, and be safe wherever you are. Like Joe Pye says, in this world, you gotta be safe. And y'all celebrate, and let's get our independence back. Bear's Rod Shop, we're out, and I hope you enjoy this little walkthrough on the tool buy.